Hello again. So now what we want to do is apply some materials to our model. We don't need this model anymore because we've already modeled our own model based on these dimensions, so we can go ahead and delete that. As you can see, because we copied the roof and the bench from the other model, we already have those textures. So you can see here that we have a marble texture for the bench here and a different texture for the roof. So in order to apply materials for your model, all you have to do is click on the face that you want to apply a material to, go into the materials tab just over here. If you can't find it, it will be under Windows, default tray, and then materials. And then from this drop down menu you can choose different kinds of material. So SketchUp already has some default ones that we can use, so we will begin by looking for glass. So you see here we have glass and mirrors, and we have a mirror 1, mirror 2, we have translucent glass blocks, translucent glass blue. So we'll just do that. As you can see, we applied a glass material to that. You can see it has a very deep blue tint, so we can just come here, we can create a material based on the material that we just made and make it lighter if you want. Just press OK. We can also adjust the opacity here. Press OK. So now we've created a new material here. We can call it material glass 01, just for demo purposes. And then we can go back here and Control Z. We've applied the material for the whole unit, which we don't want, so we have to double click into the group, select the panel, and apply the material that way, as you can see. So now these edges, as you can see here, they're all, so we want to select everything and then deselect the panel at the middle. They're modeled, they're made with a kind of chromatic metallic kind of material. So all we have to do is go into metal. We have aluminium, we have metal silver, we have stainless steel. I think stainless steel will work well, so we'll just go ahead and apply that. And then, as you can see, we have a stainless steel frame with a glass panel, just like that. Because these are groups, the changes that we apply don't carry on, so what we'll do is just delete these and then copy them again this way, and that way we don't have to. Just make sure you don't have any gaps. So you can see here we've left this tiny gap, so we need to get rid of that again and copy one more time. Make sure it clicks to the endpoint like this, and then we'll do that again. Now the majority of the outside is built in this marble page kind of marble color, so to do that we have to look for a material that is similar. So let's have a look if we can find something that's useful. So we can go on landscape and fencing. As you can see here, none of these are useful. Stone perhaps. This is close, but once we apply it, you can see that's it's a bit dark. I'm looking for something slightly paler. So the good thing about SketchUp is you also can create your own materials. So if you go again on this create material tab, you can see that you have a material here, so we can call it material marble 01. You can apply a color to the material, so you can see you can make it darker or lighter, but we have this texture that's brought in from this file over here. So what I can do is change this file. So if you go on the files that I've uploaded to support this tutorial, you would find that I have attached these 3 different materials for you to use. So we can use this material over here that I've just created, and all I want to is give it a lighter color, as you can see here. Make sure it doesn't turn orange or red, just lighter. I think that would do. Use texture material, and then over here we can change the dimensions of the grid. So how big the actual image is. So we can go like this. You can see we have the material created here, and we can change it this way. I just want to change the color slightly. As you can see, because we've already created the material, if we go back and change the color, because this material is applied to the surface, if we change the material, the surface will change as well. So you can see this is the original one from the model, and this is the one we created. Because we've imported this material already, another option for us to do is, rather than build our own material, which we've just done, is to go into the material tabs, select in model, and the material from our previous model should come up like this, and then we can apply it, and we should have something looking like this. Now all we can do is go select on all the faces that we want to apply the material to. So staircase, these walls here as well. I want to deselect anything that does not have the material, so I just want to select the edges of the pool, deselect the water part of the pool. Remember, by holding down, by selecting this way, I can make sure that I'm not selecting anything outside that rectangle, and I can do the same here. Of course, I do not want to select the roof, so I'll just go ahead and deselect that. So to select, you just have to hold down Control, and to deselect, hold down Control and Shift, like this. Just go ahead and select the rest of them. Just like that. This edge over here. Just like this. And this edge over here. Then I can just go and apply the same material as I did previously. Yes. There you go. This wall is not actually a page. I've just remembered this wall is a kind of a marble color. So if I just get out the picture of Barcelona Pavilion again. You can see at the rear side we have a different kind of marble to the one at the front. This, and you can see these are the different panels that we've modeled. So what we want to do is make sure these columns are also metallic, the same material as we did with the panels, and apply this green marble texture here as well. Now again, you can go to the in model, and then all these different materials come up. You can see here, this is the green material, or the green marble material that was already imported by our model. Again, you can create the same material if you download the texture map, map it to the coordinates. Just try that again. Map it to the coordinates so I can increase how big the grids are, and then play around these settings. If I want see-through marble, it doesn't make sense, but for other material like translation material, you can use it here. And then you can just go ahead and apply the material to your surfaces like this. There you go. Just want to go here and fix these. So because these are groups, hopefully we won't have to edit all the panels individually. So if we go here, the model that we just created in model, and you can see this is the material created earlier. So we just apply this, and then select, deselect the panel, and apply the stainless steel brush material like We also want to select the columns, so we can just select them like this. Try that again. Make sure we don't select things that we don't need to select, and then just deselect this way. Now we have the columns selected. I can just group them, so Control G should do it. Actually, that hasn't. So try that again. Control D. It doesn't work as a shortcut. Just deselect all these parts of the roof that we don't need. So we can right click, make group. And if you go into the group, we can see that we've selected something else over here, which we shouldn't have. So I'll just delete that over there. And now I can just go here and apply the material like this, since we have them in a group. And I can do the same with these two columns here as well. So you can see they're selected. I can deselect anything that I shouldn't have selected. Right click. Oh, when you have to right click, you have to right click on the actual surface. So let's try that again. So here, and then we right click here, make group. Then we can apply the material again. Has to be on the actual material like this. Then we just have this to select, and also these two. This, right click group, and then we can apply the material again. I have to edit these windows again, so like this. And of course, because these are components, you just have to deselect the middle panel and apply, and there you are. And because these are components as well, oh, we've made these unique, so we have to edit them individually. So double click, apply, right click, deselect the panel. So with the make unique command, you can see that this one at the back has been changed as well, despite it being the same thing. So what make unique does is basically creates a new component and has it as a unique component. So if I copy this component anywhere else, again, it will treat it as a different component. So I have one more of these glass panels to edit. So I select all, deselect the central panel, and apply the steel texture. There you have it. That's looking good. So with this surface here, what we want to do is add a kind of pebbles, and then add a water texture above it. So I'll do is just copy this top like this. I'll just just undo that for now. Let me just apply the pebble texture. So I can go here, I can go on landscape fencing, and I can find one of these pebble textures like this and apply it. As you can see, some of the textures don't really come out very well. However, if you build your own textures and make sure they have a good resolution and a good seamless property, so a seamless property won't create this kind of repetitive, visually repetitive view. That will be helpful. So I'll just go with this for now. And then I just want to copy this surface above, so like this. and I want to apply a water texture to that. So I'll go on water. As you can see here, we have different water textures, and if you want, this one's slightly translucent, so I can do this, and you can see now that I have a water feature with pebbles underneath. So this panel, this marble slab here is also the same material as this one. So what I have to do is select all the four faces. Like this. Oh, I've deselected them. I have to select them again. So select the four faces like this, and then again go to the in model, which gives me all the textures that I've used, and I would apply this one like this. Now the last panel we want to change is this one over here. Again, select all four surfaces like this, and apply the brown material from here. I've somehow missed the other surfaces, so I'll just go again, hold down Control to select multiple faces, and then click on the material and apply. So now you see we have modeled the Barcelona pavilion from scratch and applied all the materials.